Here we go. Hi friends, don't worry. This was just a giant glass of kefir water because I have been dry for the last 16 months. Woo woo! Okay, so what the hell is kefir water? Why is it so good for you? Why is it the perfect mocktail? How do you make it? We will get to all that jazz in this episode.
Even in the fridge.
Oh no, I think I have to go change my underwear. But first, a little backstory. So after I had my brain tumor taken out 10 years ago, I thought those damn seizures / complicated migraines would stop. But they didn't. And upon further research, I realized why. The root cause is inflammation. And do you know what causes inflammation? Sugar. And do you know what alcohol turns into in your body? Sugar. So back when the fist-sized brain tumor was still in my head, I would average one seizure / complicated migraine every 10 days. After I had the brain tumor taken out, I would average one seizure / complicated migraine every 4 to 5 months. Still too many for comfort, if you ask me. After I cut alcohol out 16 months ago, guess how many seizures / complicated migraines I've had? Zero. Shut it down. Coincidence or solution? Now, do I miss drinking? No. Because I've found something that tastes and feels similar in ritual as drinking, but this one comes with a slew of health benefits. Now, I've brought in an expert to talk about what kefir water exactly is, how to make it, all the health benefits, but I have to put a warning out there. He's extremely easy on the eyes. So try to stay focused despite his extreme handsomeness. And we're rolling! Welcome to our kitchen. Whatever we do, we just can't show the other side where I put all the crap. Okay, what is kefir water, sir?
Yeah, kefir water is a probiotic drink similar to kombucha.
Okay.
I think it's kefir is the way you properly say it.
Kefir water.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is like the new frontier.
Yeah, it may be around for a while, but I feel like it's gotten more traction since kombucha.
Okay, and what's the health benefits?
Similar to kombucha, it's got probiotics. People also say it has enzymes, but probiotics is probably what most people think of.
Told you he's cute. Thanks for doing this. I know
All
this is so awkward for you.
You.
Okay, you do love me. Okay, what, how do you make it?
All right, so it's basically 2 stages. The first one is just water and sugar, and basic sugar like brown sugar. It's really good. Also cane sugar. Nothing like powdered sugar that has like starch. Once that's mixed, you put in these little grains at the bottom. This is the probiotic culture at the bottom. In kombucha, this is a SCOBY, and it's really big and it sits on the top.
So this has no SCOBY, because that's kind of like what weirds me out.
I don't think this is called a SCOBY, but people call it grains, but it's the same idea. It's just it's not as big and gross as a SCOBY.
So, you know, you've heard those horror stories, like people like left the SCOBY while they were on vacation and it ate the house, or
yeah, I haven't seen that yet.
You're like extra cute when you're so serious. It's so weird that you're talking to me like this.
Yeah. Once you mix the sugar water, you put in the grains, the kefir grains, then you let it sit for 24 to 48 hours. And so that's very quick compared to kombucha, which can take weeks. And kombucha also is tea, but this is just water.
Oh.
And so once that's done, then you pour just the water that was the culture was consuming the sugar. You pour it into something else that you want to flavor. So in this case, I added tangerine juice. And this one, I think I have like cherries and a few other things. And then you can add like even just the peel of a lemon, and that really gives it flavor.
So you've been experimenting with different flavors.
And then you can cap this, and then this becomes, it will become carbonated and under over time. Like that's a very minor, but sometimes it'll actually pop open.
Tell them what happened.
Yeah, it can make a mess if you're not careful. With certain fruits, they just produce a lot more, or the amounts you put in. It's all just tinkering.
That's gonna make sense because you have to burp these things.
Yeah, that's what you call it. So after this phase is 24 to 48 hours, you put it into one of these with a fruit for your flavor, and you can actually add herbs and whatever you want. And then you would burp this probably at least once a day. And if it's really productive, you burp it a little bit more. And this could be only 24 to 48 hours.
So you just have to release that pressure because otherwise, like we've had a situation here, folks. Leif and my daughter.
Yeah.
I wish she was here to tell them. She was like, Mom, the fruit and all of it touched the ceiling. It was like a champagne party.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So you really need so few ingredients. A fruit, sugar, water, and the grains.
Yeah. The cool thing is that you can let the sugar eaten more here, or you can let it eaten more here. And so besides what flavors you choose to add and what sugar you choose to use, there's so many ways to kind of like change the flavors.
It can really like bust up your house.
Yeah, no, at this stage, I think you have to use thicker glass that can support pressure.
Yeah.
Like this is one that you get at a store. You just take the label off, and it's.
If you're going on vacation for like a few days, just like shut off all production.
Yeah, and you can put. I think putting this into a colder temperature slows everything down. So you could do it at this phase, you could slow it down, or this phase, you could slow it down. But this thing is at this phase, this is alive, and so you need to keep it alive. And there are ways to make it dormant for a while if you're going to be gone for weeks. As you do a couple of these rounds, this will it'll just grow, and you'll get more and more, and so you actually split off. I have like 6 or 7 of these where I started with.
But then you have to like eventually throw it out.
You can throw them away, or you give them away. And some people even eat these. I wouldn't do it, but.
We just make sure we're still rolling and good, because this is a small production. Oh yeah, we're still rolling. Doing great, honey. You feel good?
Mm-hmm. For me, I was finding myself maybe after COVID, especially working from home, I would, at the end of the day after working, before I came down and kind of like had time with the family, I was just looking for a drink to kind of like take the edge off.
Well, also it's like a ritual, right?
Yeah,
you just like at 5 p.m., 6 p.m., you need something to signal to your body like,
transition.
Yeah, let's like go to nighttime mode.
I was doing it and I wasn't even necessarily enjoying the drink or like.
Yeah.
So I realized I need to try something else. So this, I find does that, and you can make it sweeter. You can make it more vinegary, and you can make it stronger flavor. You can mix soda water in a way. It feels like a cocktail.
Yeah.
And I've actually had one where I used molasses as a flavoring, and it came out almost like a beer. I don't know how to recreate it, but there's lots you could do to create almost like simulate a drink.
Yeah. And I love it just because I'm pre-diabetic. I have to eat foods that are anti-inflammatory given my tumor history and things. And so the fact that this kefir water is less sugar than kombucha.
Yeah.
Because kombucha, when I drink it, I actually have to like water it down with a LaCroix or something. It's too sweet for me. So this has been like mocktail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and you could let the culture consume more of the sugar if you want it even less sugary. Okay. And I have heard, I don't have any evidence for this, but the way that it will help you regulate your own blood sugar.
You just don't get all the side effects of drinking.
Yeah.
Can we taste some? Like, what's been your favorite concoction?
Yeah, I mean, what I've found for simplicity is you just
Why do you not react to anything? Are you alive? The grains are alive. He's not alive.
Yeah, this one I think is blueberry, and I think this is supposed to be in the high 60s, low 70s.
Okay, and all the little kits you ordered that you've been happy with, I'll put the links below.
And this is a fancy cap, but you don't even need it. You could use this one pop. But yeah, it's just
so nervous.
Keep the bugs out.
Okay.
You could just use a paper towel or a cloth.
Thanks, honey. So cheers to your health, literally and figuratively. Now, this might not sound so kosher, but I promised a little something for that interview, so I have to go. Bye. But for now, you know what to do. Hook a homegirl up. Love you.